Alrighty, so in the last video where we were talking about this, I told you how to describe one distribution. Now what we're going to do is we're going to compare one. So always remember when we are describing distributions, we are going to use SOCs. We're going to describe the shape of our distribution. We're going to describe if there are any outliers, any potential outliers, any unusual values, the center of our data, the mean or the median, and then the spread of my data. It goes from here to here. All right. Well, a lot of times we'll compare two distributions. Okay. So how do numbers of people living in a household in the United Kingdom, the UK, and South Africa compare? To help answer this question, we use Census at Schools random data selector to choose 50 students from each country. Here are the dot plots of the household sizes reported by the survey correspondents. Compare the distributions of household size for these two countries. All right, so on top, we have the South African distribution for our household size on a dot plot. So they started at 0, they ended at 30. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So it would appear that 1, 2, 3, 4, that 4 households had 3 people. Look at all the people that had 4 folks in the household. There were 6 and 5. Etc. So then down here, oh, and then look, way out here, we have one that had about 26 people in that household. Down below, we have the UK household sizes. So it would appear that we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So like one of the things that I'm noticing right off the bat, this does have, notice these do have labels on the side, so I can tell you which country is which. Our horizontal axis is still labeled as what we're measuring. We're measuring household size. So a pro tip says if I'm comparing distributions of quantitative variables, don't describe. A lot of people will just describe the distributions independently of each other. They'll describe the South African distribution. They'll describe the UK distribution. I don't want you to just describe each distribution. I need you to explicitly compare these values. So you have to use words like greater than, less than, about the same as. Okay? So you're going to do that when we talk about the center and the spread of the distributions. And I like to use words like, on the other hand, the UK looks like this. So make sure you actually compare. Do not only describe the two shapes independently of each other. Compare them. So for instance, here, the distribution of household sizes in the UK sample is roughly symmetric. So if we look at that what we're saying in the UK, the left side kind of mirrors the right side. And you're like, well, but that has a huge peak. That's why we use the words roughly. There is no obvious skew. So it's roughly symmetric. That's what we mean. And you can see it even use the word roughly symmetric. It describes a single peak at 4 people. The distribution of household sizes for South African sample is skewed to the right. And if you look, that means we only have a couple pieces of data on the right. Most of my data is on the left side of the graph. And then we have just these couple pieces of data on the right. It has a single peak at 4, and then we described my gap between 15 and 16. So we're not going to compare, though. Don't do our compare until we talk about center and spread. So there doesn't appear to be any outliers in the UK distribution. Everybody in the UK was nicely and tightly bunched. The South African distribution seems to have 2 outliers, the household with 15 and 16 people. So I described what my outliers are. The center, so this is where I'm going to do comparisons. The center, household sizes seem to be larger. There we go. And notice everything is going back to households. Household sizes seem to be larger in South Africa with a median of 6 compared to a median household size of 4 UK people in the UK. Remember, median is the middle value. So to find that, literally, I count the number of values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and a half. Should have had my pen out the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The median is located right here for South Africa. No, 50 people, right? We did 50, not 20. 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. They're up. Come on. So 25 and a half, the position, there's my median. It is 6 people. And when I do the same thing for UK, I'm going to find the spot at 25 and a half between 25 and 26. That'll be my median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25 and a half. There's my median in both cases. So it's not, median is not always at the peak. You can see my peak is 4 households and 6. 4 is the peak, and 6 is the median. Here, the peak is 4 and the median is also 4. So our spread has a larger spread. There's my comparison word. South African students has a larger spread, and then from 3 to 26 people, compared to the UK households, which is 2 to 6. So not only did they describe each one using SOCS, they did comparisons for center and spread. Compare center and spread. Alrighty? So I'd like you to answer questions 1 through 6 on assignment 1.2. Do your best, and when I get back to you, I will get back with you in class. I will go over any questions that you may have. So do your best. Alrighty, statisticians, I'll see you in the next video.